Hello and welcome to the tapping demonstration. So there are 8 steps to the EFT basic recipe, and this video is going to go over all 8 of them. But I recommend that you print out the basic recipe on the website as well as the tapping points. So you don't need to take notes and you don't need to try so hard to remember everything. You can just enjoy the experience. So the first step is we need to choose a specific issue to address. Now, when you're working with an experienced practitioner, or if you are experienced yourself, you can work on any issue from the smallest fluctuation in mood all the way up to the worst trauma you've ever had in your life. But for your very first experience of EFT, I think it's helpful to pick something small, measurable, and immediate. So in my introductory workshops, I usually have participants do a body scan first. And usually there's something within our body or our physical body or our emotional body that we can work on and find a shift in. So that's what we're going to do now. So step 1, we are going to close our eyes and get as comfortable as you can in your chair. Feel your feet resting on the floor. And take a deep breath in and out. And follow the breath from the base of your spine up to the top of your head and breathe out. And this time, when you follow your breath, take a scan of your physical body. Notice if there's anything that is not feeling comfortable or good. Certainly if there's pain, take note, but also if there's anything that's tight or constricted, or if there's pressure or tingling or anything that doesn't feel how you would like it to feel. So just notice what's there. Don't try to change it. Just make a mental note. And after you've identified something or not, then let's check in emotionally. How are you feeling emotionally today? Are you angry or sad, frustrated? Anything that is unlike feeling happy, peaceful, grounded, just make a note of it. All right, this brings us to step 2 of the 8-step process. We rate the intensity of what you have noticed. So 0 means it is completely neutral, not an issue at all, and 10, it is so intense that you can hardly sit in this chair and watch the video. So choose one of your issues and rate the intensity. And actually, you actually might want to pause the video and write down any other ones you might have noticed and rate the intensity there too. You can work on that on your own when you're finished with this video, or you might be surprised if we tap through one of the issues, the other ones might collapse as well too. That's always fun. So choose one issue for now and rate the intensity. And our next step is to create a setup statement. And the setup statement is a combination of a statement or acknowledgement of the issue that you've chosen, along with an acceptance statement. So I am going to choose a very, very general statement since I am working with so many people at once. My issue, my statement of the issue is just going to be this discomfort, because I'm making an assumption that many of you will have discovered some discomfort either physically or emotionally But you may place a specific issue in place of this discomfort. So if you noticed a pain in your elbow, instead of this discomfort, you can say this pain in my elbow. Or if you notice that you were feeling angry, you can say this anger. The acceptance statement I usually use is I deeply and completely accept myself. There are many possibilities, such as I love, honor, and accept myself. I choose to forgive myself. I choose to love and forgive myself. There are many possibilities, but the one I usually use is I deeply and completely accept myself. Now, there are some clients who that doesn't feel true for them. So I always offer, I am working on accepting myself, and I have never had anyone say that that doesn't feel true. because if they have found me, then they are working on accepting themselves. All right, so my sample setup statement is going to be, even though I have this discomfort, I deeply and completely accept myself. Remember, replace your issue for this discomfort. Or, even though I have this discomfort, I am working on accepting myself. So that's the setup statement. Next, we're going to create a reminder phrase. And the simplest, easiest way to start with a reminder phrase is just to choose your statement of your problem and use it throughout all the points. So my reminder phrase is simply going to be this discomfort. And yours can simply be this pain in my elbow, or this anger, or this frustration, or whatever it is that you've chosen to work with. All right, we are ready to tap now. So the very first point is what's called the karate chop. And you find your pinky, and then you go to the fleshy part of your hand. And you can use either hand, and you can choose a speed and a pressure that is comfortable to you. When I'm feeling really angry about something, I might go fast and hard. And when I'm trying to soothe myself, it might be much more gentle, slower. But generally it's somewhere in the middle. So just choose a speed and pressure that feels right to you. All right, here we go. We're going to say the setup statement 3 times on the karate chop point. Ready? Even though I have this discomfort, I deeply and completely accept myself. That's 1. Number 2, even though I have this discomfort, I am working on accepting myself. Number 3, even though I have this discomfort, I choose to love, honor, and forgive myself. So that's the setup statement. Now we're going to move to the points. So the first point is on the top of the head. You can use either hand or both hands. I tend to use both hands. I figure if 1 is good, 2 is better. Don't worry about finding one tiny dot of a point. Just by tapping in this general area, you will do the job. And then we say the reminder phrase, this discomfort. The next point is where the eyebrows end. And we again say this discomfort. Then we have the side of the eyes, and again, this discomfort. And under the eyes, this discomfort. The upper lip, reminder phrase, this discomfort. The chin, this discomfort. And then we get to my very favorite point. This is the collarbone point. And if you feel around beneath those collarbones, there's generally a sore spot, a tender spot. That's what you want to hit. And when I'm feeling stressed or frazzled or not having a good day, I might just tap on this point all day long. I can drive with one hand and tap with the other hand. And of course, as a practitioner, I get to tap all day, which is a side benefit of being an EFT practitioner. The final point is under the armpit. And again, we say this discomfort. After we've gone through the points, we take a deep breath. Tune back in to your physical body and your emotional body and see what's happened. Did the intensity go down? Do you feel more relaxed? Did anything shift? Sometimes things shift around. Some people say they have tingling or warmth when they're tapping. All of these are good signs that the EFT is working. Sometimes the intensity goes up. If that is the case, don't be alarmed. It just means that you're tuning in to the issue that you need to work on, and you simply need to do some more tapping. Which brings us to step 8, the final step, and that is to repeat the whole sequence until you get the relief you desire. So now you have the basic tool in your toolbox of the EFT practitioner, the EFT basic recipe. And you can try it on little things that happen during your day. If someone cuts you off, or if you have to wait in line, or little things that come up. However, I do need to be honest and tell you that this is just the tip of the iceberg of what EFT can do. And if you have had an issue for a while and you're feeling stuck, this alone is probably not going to do it. You would be much better off to contact a professional EFT practitioner to guide you through. Working with a practitioner is much, much different than working with a video, even working with videos for specific issues. So I recommend you practicing with these points and exploring, but if you're not making the progress you want, contact an EFT practitioner.